This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Seattle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Wilson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
After the interception, here's Jackson on the move to his left. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 38 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second and a yard, Wilson, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 88 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Well, if it does, I'm just going to give him the fucking game.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. No pass, no pass.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
I get the game there.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Washington football team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action now. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early, but I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant as we get into it a little bit. They decide to just come right out swinging.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Now Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown. That's caught. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
I think
it's Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the side.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Play action now. Here's Heineke. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bobby Wagner, multiple times in All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. 1st down, Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Heineke's throw taken in by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 28 yards. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Wilson on first down. Returning right back to Lockett. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw is Wilson. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington now within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. A gutsy call. 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Wilson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They go play action. Now Heineke. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff for Gibson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gibson again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Heineke. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On play action, Heineke. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Gibson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gibson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And the play fake, and now Heineke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates there to make the grab. And Washington has taken the lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 35 yards. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Wilson going to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Heineke. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, Heineke. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Heineke. And that is incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on third down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Wilson to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a
so good. Bro,
touchdown.
literally just used a cheap play on me. Nice job. Thanks, bro, back. Thanks for literally watching my game. Thanks for stream sniping. You're one of the best players I've ever played.
When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters.
No, it's fucking bullshit.
You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game,
I'm not gonna play because I'm not gonna let a little bum-ass bitch fucking beat me. Look at that. I still had fucking more.
The last shot had to take it.
Bravo,
and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
RELBLACK 34. Bravo, dude. Fucking play of the year for a cheat. Came out in a formation that isn't even a legal formation. This is the funny fucking part. He's the only team to be able to beat me, beat my defense, and I'll tell you something, because he has the Commanders do not have a very good fucking or the Washington football team in this one does not have a very good how do I say it? Very good offense. So I could tell if someone's cheating or not. And that dude was definitely cheating. I don't say many people play or cheat in Madden. But yeah, that was definitely a fucking cheat. Oh, she fucking froze my game too. Little bitch. Yep. What do you want to bet? You fucking froze my game.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And that one will bounce out of the back. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Second down, McKinnon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And going deep for Hill. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Now Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Penny, a first down carry. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Carson. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They run it with Carson, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Okafor. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. They've got his man complete. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. For the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 85 yards. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Mahomes will throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check 53. Rip right. Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Being chased out left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 17, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. He's at the 50. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A pass underneath for Carson, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Wilson will throw again. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, it's caught. Lockett. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because
he's got a man complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So that one will be accepted. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Oh, and Myers left that one out there. It's no good, wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Deep for Hill. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of hands. Yes, get out of there.
2nd and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
I don't care if I win.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Yeah, see, he's calling me trash and all. I was definitely playing a team that was better than my team, realistically, in this game. I could care fucking less. I want to see what his fucking stats are. Let's see. Dude's not really much better than me. If you really look at it. Poppy Guac. But anyways, that's gonna be it for right now. That was a fun game though, even though I got blown the shit out. I could care fucking less.